Good morning. Today is the day that I hike the Virginia Rollercoaster. So today my plan is to hike 9.9 AT miles, and I think it's about 3,200 feet of ascent. So it'll definitely be slower going for me than the past couple days. Back out on the trail for my 9.9 miles. See how this goes. I just hiked through this overgrown section of what I'm pretty sure is invasives. Maybe that's stilt grass, plus another invasive I recognize. And then I'm standing at the changeover point to part of the woods that looks more natural, but still doesn't look very nice. I mean, it is still the woods. I'm appreciative. I haven't seen mountain laurel or rhododendron since I left Front Royal. Here it is, the roller coaster. The part of the trail built to be a lot of up and down. I'm only a 1/10 of a mile into the roller coaster, and I will say this about it. It is significantly prettier in here than it's been since I left Front Royal. It's definitely looking more like what I'm accustomed to out here. This right here reminds me of the rocks of Maryland from my hike there last year. I think I have 9 peaks to tackle today. I've just reached the top of the first one, and it's still really pretty in here. And it's shaping up to be the same kind of day weather-wise. Started out around 60 degrees, supposed to be in the low 70s. Feels very nice. These mushrooms caught my eye from a distance. It's really a lot. Wow. Look at all of them. Wow. That's so cool. Let's see. Let me put my foot in it. It's pretty big. Well, this is listed as a water source. It is flowing. I don't need any water right now, but I need to check on when the next water source is, because if it's a while, I might need to get some water right from here. I just met 3 southbound thru hikers named Chaps, C+, and Buddha Chill, and we chatted for a while, and that was really nice. I love the thru hiker community. I'm at the top of the second mountain. I don't even remember if any of these peaks have views. I remember that lots of them don't. Maybe none of them have views. But these woods are actually very pretty. I'm liking that. I just checked far out, and there's a view in 3 more peaks, which is 3 miles away. I am excited about that, and I'm thinking I will stop to eat lunch and dry out my tent and ground cloth again. Here's a proper water source. Good looking brook. I'm headed up peak number 3. I can't really hold the phone and walk at the same time right now, but here's the trail. Bunch of rocks. Again, this reminds me of northern Maryland. It's kind of fun right now. I'm not tired of it yet. Just crested the 3rd peak. Headed down. Thousand miles. That's pretty cool. I have hiked way more than 1,000 miles, but this is a really cool place to get to. Lots of water today. This is Hollow Brook, and there's Hollow Brook Falls, just a little bit up there. I just went over the 4th peak and didn't notice it. It was a little less dramatic than the others. I knew it was coming, but then I just forgot. Oh, another peak. This might be the top. Not quite. A little further. Well, I have reached the 5th peak and the side trail to Buzzard Hill. This is my hopeful lunch spot and place to dry things out. Well, there used to be a view from here, but there's not anymore. But it is plenty sunny up here, so I'm gonna set some things out. And there's some shade for me to eat my lunch. And it's lovely in the shade. Dried my stuff, aired out my feet, eat some lunch, packing it up. I'm just starting up the 6th peak, and there's this sign here that says Bear's Den, 4 miles. My app actually says it's 3.7. I'll take that. I have 4 more peaks to go. Bear's Den is on the last one. I don't even know if it's all the way up, but my last hike will be up to the Bear's Den. 4 more peaks, 3.8 more miles, and about 1,500 more feet of ascent. Look at all the ferns. Here I am at the top of peak number 6. Going down. It's still August, end of August, but still. And there are a lot of leaves down as if it's fall, which it's not. I've come to the turnoff for the Sam Moore shelter. This stream is not much. It basically looks like the past couple of options where you can get water if you need it. There are no spigot-like situations in the water. You just have to find the clearest place to scoop water from. I've reached peak number 7. This is entirely a way for me to entertain myself today by reporting each peak that I've gotten to and taking a screenshot of the far out elevation profile. That's it. That's all I'm doing. 2 more peaks till Bear's Den Hostel. Almost at the bottom. Look, look. One of my favorite kinds of water sources. The kind you just stick your water bottle in and it fills right up. All right, I'm heading up peak number 8. This is not as steep as New Hampshire, but it's pretty steep for Virginia. Most of the peaks have been pretty steep for Virginia. When I started my thru hike, I was not carrying deodorant, but I didn't like it. I bought deodorant about 240 miles in. I tried to find it before that, but that's when I was successful. I've put on deodorant, I think, every day since then, until this morning. Bad decision. Do not like to smell myself. I am quite stinky. Very stinky hiker. I am looking forward to my shower when I get to Bear's Den Hostel. Well, I just went over peak 8 and I started coming down, and then I realized, oh, peak 8, yay, done with peak 8. It was a little less dramatic than most of the others, kind of like that other one I went over without totally noticing. Now I'm going downhill, and then the last peak will end at Bear's Den Hostel. I think I have about a mile, maybe 1.2. As I'm slowly navigating down this rocky trail, I spy an easier trail ahead. Oh, this looks so nice. Yes. Fabulous. This moss is really pretty.
It feels kind of spongy and thick. I've come to the gap, a hollow between peaks 8 and 9, and so of course there is a water source of sorts. Ooh, there's a bridge. All right, headed up the final peak, starting the climb up peak number 9. I'm pretty over the uphill climbing today, y'all. Ready to be done. Can you hear those cars? That is Highway 7 that runs between Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia. And the trail is pretty close to that road right now. I won't cross that road until after I stay at Bear's Den. Peak number 9, the last one. And the trail center is that away. I'm gonna go over there, get myself a shower. Before I take the side trail up, this is what this junction looks like. Lots of big rocks. The sound of the road. The Bear's Den Trail Center and Hostel is owned by the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, and it is run by Patsy, which is the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. So I'm curious to see what it's like. This is very fancy looking. What a nice looking spot. This is one of the bunk rooms. There's a TV and DVDs. And I picked this bunk in the corner, and I don't think anybody else is staying in the bunks tonight. I know there were 4 people last night. I am just sorting through and pulling out my dirty laundry so I can put a load of wash in and take a shower. And the bathroom's right here. Those are the stairs that go up to the kitchen and living room and store and office, and that's only open from 5 to 9 p.m. and an hour in the morning. Here's the laundry area, only open in the evening. This goes back to the bunk room. Italian Springer, big mural of a boot. And then this is the door to go to the bunk rooms. This is the first room that I'm not staying in, though I think I should have picked this room. This is the main room. That's the full tour. Now I'm ready for a shower. Here's the kitchen. I've got my pizza in the oven. They have a hiker special. You pay $10 more and you get a whole pizza, a pint of ice cream, laundry, and maybe a soda, I think. Anyway, I'm not supposed to have dairy, but I'm having it. Dairy-free sorbet. This pizza is really good. I'm not regretting it. This dog is huge. So I ate a little over half of the pizza, and I saved the rest for tomorrow. And I'm having some lemon sorbet, and I'm feeling pretty ready for bed. I'm going to take the day off tomorrow so I can have the rest of my pizza and this sorbet